the president expressing big confidence in the big, beautiful bill.
I believe it's the biggest bill of its kind ever in the history of this country. And Speaker Johnson and Leader Thune have done an incredible job. I mean, I'll let you know we have to get a vote, but we have a lot of support for that bill.
Yeah, that as the Senate Republicans held a retreat on Wednesday to discuss the stalled reconciliation bill.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune joins us right now on the couch. Great to see you, Senator.
Great, Senator.
Thanks for having me. The President made some news, and he put this on Truth Social. He's looking to raise the upper bracket on tax reform when it comes to Big Beautiful Bill. He says this: the problem with even a tiny tax increase for the rich, which I and others would graciously accept in order to help the lower middle income workers, is that the radical left Democrat lunatics will say, read my lips, like George Bush, the elder that said that have cost me the election. Ross Perot cost me the election. In any event, Republicans should probably not do it, but I'm okay if they do it. So having said that, are you open to raising the top bracket, which is now 37.5, maybe putting it up to 39?
Right. Well, and what I always say, Brian, is we don't want to raise taxes on anybody. I mean, we're about lowering taxes on Americans. But as the House, and they're the first mover on this, as they look at how to accomplish the president's big, beautiful bill, they've got to figure out how to wedge all the things the president wants to do, extension of existing tax policy, hopefully making a lot of those policies permanent into a certain amount that they have to work with. And so I think the president's emphasis, particular emphasis on working Americans, is one that most people appreciate. And that's why you got the no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, lowering taxes on Social Security, people who are on. And I think, you know, his focus in this, yes, is getting growth in the economy, which is what the business side does. And, you know, clearly there it's faster cost recovery, it's lower rates. You want to get growth in the economy, better paying jobs, people making more money, taking realizations, paying taxes. Government revenue goes up.
But Mr. Leader, what's the latest on SALT? Because I saw that statement from the entire New York delegation, the Republicans, and they're saying that they want SALT in there. They want the deduction. I
see 60%.
Right, I don't think it's fair. And I pay New York taxes, but I'm from Texas where we have no state income tax. But they're saying that they won't vote for the bill unless it's there.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's predominantly, Lawrence, a House issue because of New York and California. But when frankly, I think we realized to get the bill passed, we're going to have to give some relief. But the point in 2017 of capping the SALT and putting a cap on the deduction was to get out of the practice of having low tax states subsidize high tax states in this country. And so as a matter of policy, I think it's the right policy. But I do understand that there are people who are impacted in certain parts of the country, which is why I think the House is going to have to figure out a way to accommodate that. But we need to do it in a way that's reasonable and realistic and doesn't break the bank, because they've got to, like I said, there's a lot of stuff they have to wedge into this, you know, the headroom that they have to get this done. And I think the president is rightly focused on working Americans.
I think it's smart for you to say we want to continue these tax cuts from 2017, but we also want to make them permanent. Permanent. The Democrats are accusing Republicans, Donald Trump and the Republicans want to cut Medicaid. Listen to this and we'll get your reaction.
It's extremely cruel to put in place or to promote $880 billion in cuts to Medicaid, which is going to just devastate health care, especially in rural areas. But everybody's going to be affected by this.
The battle lines have been drawn. Democrats are standing on the side of health care and the American people. Republicans, once again, are trying to take it away.
It only takes a handful of Republicans to stop this, to protect Medicaid and save working families from losing their health care and going hungry.
So, Senator, apparently you're taking away health care. Is that true?
No. And you know, I think the one thing, Ainsley, when the Democrats had unified control of the government, House, Senate, and White House 2 years ago, which is what we have today, which is rare for Republicans, they did two, quote, reconciliation bills, which increased spending by about $3 trillion. And expanded a bunch of these programs. And if you look at the, you know, how government has grown, it's like this. All we're simply saying is we need growth in the economy, and we get that through the stimulative tax policies that are going to be included in this plan. And then you've got to restrain the growth in spending. And if you start doing that, you start getting this thing in balance. What we have is a $38 trillion debt. And there are basic reforms to programs like Medicaid that I think most Americans agree with. One is work requirements. I mean, people who get this benefit, able-bodied adults, ought to be working. And so that's something that I think both House and Senate agree upon. But that has nothing to do with affecting beneficiaries, which is what Democrats are going to say. Democrats are going to scream no matter what, because that's what they do. They grow government, and when they're in power, they spend. And when we're in power, we want to make the economy the place where we get the growth and where people get better paying jobs and better health care and everything else. And so it's a very different philosophy, and that's a political attack they're going to make, but it's a hollow one.
It's worthy of 2 hours, but Obamacare blew up Medicaid. And now the federal government's paying for state aid at a rate that's unsustainable, but they want to say you don't like poor people if you try to reform it. Now, Sean Duffy just texted over. He is the new transportation secretary. He needs money to reform all air traffic control and modernize it. Can you get him the money?
We will. I mean, air traffic control is critically important and a priority. Modernization of the air traffic control system is necessary and essential. It's been put off for way too long. He's finally clear-eyed, focused on getting that done. And we will support him however we can with the resources he needs to get that job done. And one final point I make on coming back to Medicaid, you're absolutely right, Brian. There are states like New York and California that have gamed the system for a long time.
It's unbelievable.
And they've leveraged, they use provider taxes, which they rebate to providers to get additional revenue into the state, leverage that to get more federal revenue. It's become a huge game. And I think, the waste, fraud, and abuse in some of these programs is something that we need to focus on, and making sure that Medicaid dollars are being used for what they were intended to do, and that is to help, low-income people, disabled populations, and ensure that it's hitting the target as opposed to being used by big states to increase their coffers.
So everything's still on the table. The goal is to make the tax cuts permanent, and the goal is to get those taxes reduced. But at the same time, the president's saying for those horrible rich people, we're willing to take it. We're willing to take a tax
Senator,
increase.
thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Senator.
We
Hopefully
pray
you
for
get
our
it right away.
leaders. They'll have a
Appreciate
big
you.
task.
All right,
guys.
Thank you.
Just try to get it done by Memorial Day.
That's right, please.
Yes. I think it's now it's 4th of July, right?
Yeah. 4th of July now.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.